Jazzcast Pros.
My name is Kelly Bush.
And I'm Kelly Metras.
And we're the hosts of Getting Real with BOSSY, the podcast that unites and educates women business owners through real, raw, and honest conversations.
Both of us have probably been told we've been bossy our whole lives, and we are.
That's true.
Because if we're not, shit doesn't get done.
That's right. If I fail, my business fails. If you're working somewhere and you fail, that
you get another job.
Yeah, you get another job. It's tough, but like everything we have is in our business right now, especially since the pandemic. And some people just don't get it. And they don't go, must be nices. Those are my favorite. Oh, you guys get to, you guys are going out to lunch. Oh my God, must be. Oh, you're getting a massage in the middle of the day.
You make your own schedule.
Oh my God, it must be nice.
I also do HR work at 11 o'clock at night when I can't sleep because I'm stressing out.
Yeah, and every vacation is filled with phone calls and disasters. Like, people just don't get it, and that's why Bossy is there, because you can always at least go to our Facebook group and just unload all your shit and vent, and you're immediately comforted. This big, like, Bossy online hug. And
it is like a big
hug.
It
is a big hug. Getting Real with Bossy is a podcast honoring women business owners. Led by Kelly
and Kelly,
we are established entrepreneurs and co-founders of Bossy, a network of women business owners.
We believe in honesty and transparency, sharing disasters as well as achievements, and building a community where women feel seen and leave ready to F shit up. Bossy challenges gender expectations and allows women the space to disrupt and be bold.
You'll hear from other women running a full spectrum of businesses, the doers, those around them, and tips and tricks to manage all the balls that are in the air.
If you are ready to be honest and raw about what it really takes, then Bossy is for you. Subscribe now and join the Bossy community.
Hey y'all, Erica Sorbello here from Gallery Salon. I was asked why I'm in Bossy, and the first thing that came to mind was a bunch of like-minded women who understand the stress and the ins and outs of owning a business. It's like a balancing act, and I am so thrilled to be able to have women by my side. I'm on the vision board to help other women obtain their goals and their business dreams. I love to be a mentor for these people who need a shoulder to lean on or maybe even to cry on. Bossy has helped me grow as an owner, as a mentor, as a leader, and as a badass boss.
This podcast has been brought to you by Gallery Salon, where beauty and art collide. You can find out more at galleryhair.com. Kelly Bush, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Tell me about yourself.
My name is Kelly Bush. I am 46 years old. I am a multi-business owner. I own Marshall Street Bar and Grill and the Union Tavern with my husband, Don. And I also own K&B Consulting. Marshall Street's been in business for 12 years right now, and the Union we opened right before the pandemic. So that was great. We'll save that for another episode. We have no children. We've got a dog that I'm majorly obsessed with, and a cat, and we live in Seabreeze.
I love your dog and cat.
They're wonderful.
My name is Kelly Metras. Thank you very much. I am 44. I own Selena's Mexican Restaurant, and I'm in the process of selling my other business, Knox Cocktail Lounge, and also expanding Selena's at the same time, because why not, during a pandemic, expand your business? I have 4 kids, and then if we're getting into pets, I have a anxiety-ridden dog and 2 skittish cats that we got for COVID, and some fish that won't die.
That's wonderful. So between us, we've got 7 businesses, 4 kids,
Bossy,
and Bossy, which is why we're here. So we want to tell you a little bit about how we became friends and the journey that brought us to a pub in Seabreeze in the summer of 2014, where this whole idea began. So Kelly and I used to work together at a day treatment school, which was very difficult, and we spent a lot of time getting together, talking about our kids and our classrooms and how hard it is, because nobody ever really understood. And it was very comforting to be able to talk to somebody who got it.
And I still remember breakfast with you, and it was over the course of like a couple of breakfasts, and we both realized that we were both purchasing businesses with our spouses, which that's another episode in itself, but that we were both transitioning. And so our meetings and our happy hours and our breakfasts, whatever we could put into our schedule, transitioned from the day treatment talk to what the hell are we doing?
Yeah, because I don't know if you know this, but when you open a business, you may be opening your passion, doing something that you've done forever. But once you're a business owner, like all that goes out the window because you don't know HR law, you don't know
Tax law,
all the stuff that now you're on the hook for legally. All of that stuff has to get done, and there's just nowhere to go. There's no one spot to go to get all of that information. So we started being that spot for each other.
And one day we were at a little pub in Seabreeze, needless to say, across the street from one that you own now.
Yes.
It's ironic. And we had a little bit to drink.
Mm-hmm.
We were having an especially tough night. And we were talking about how amazing it felt when we left our meetings together because it was the only time that we feel understood. And it's probably partially because we own businesses with our husbands, but also partially because we're both in male-dominated fields that we didn't feel heard. We felt overlooked, even though both of us were major decision makers. Our opinions didn't matter. So we decided to reach out to other women that we knew that own their own businesses and invite them to a happy hour just to see what happened. And then jokingly decided to call it BOSSY with all capital letters.
That was, I think, drink 3 when we came up with the name.
I'm
and it was
happy.
as a joke at the beginning.
But I'm happy we kept it.
I'm so happy we kept it.
It's all about ownership and what you do with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think both of us have probably been told we've been bossy our whole lives, and we are.
That's true.
Because if we're not, shit doesn't get done.
That's right.
So yeah, so that's how we got to meeting 1 for Bossy with, 12 people maybe?
Yeah, that was July of 2014. We had no idea what to expect, and then all of a sudden there were women, most that we knew, but some that we didn't, and that was so cool because I don't know, it just felt like, it's not like, I'm having this party and all my friends are coming, but there are actually other people out there interested.
I really loved that we quickly learned that no matter who your partner is, if you have a partner or if you're doing it alone, or if you're a salon owner or a maker, a creative, there are women in Bossy that are doing things I didn't know existed, but that everybody struggled with a lot of the same things. And so we got to be in a space where we all felt heard. And it was so powerful that we immediately were like, when are we doing this again? And we started a private Facebook group. And I think we maybe had 30 members just from people leaving that meeting and being like, well, I want to invite this person. And we started hosting monthly happy hours. And then that grew from between the Facebook group and the happy hours. We would notice different patterns that were happening, different questions that there weren't answers to. So we started hosting seminars, getting people in a room with an HR specialist, or my favorite being the diversity and inclusion panel, just to put women business owners in a space where they could learn and we could all grow.
And then they were able to see the thing that Kelly and I started to learn early on, that it just does not matter what you're doing. We all have the same struggles, and if we can support each other, you don't feel so alone. And there's a wonderful thing that happens when you have a job that is incredibly stressful with a lot of responsibility, and you're in the room with people that truly understand, because I can sit and talk to some of my friends or my family, and they just don't really get it because they've never just had everything on the line. If I fail, my business fails. If you're working somewhere and you fail, that
You get another job.
yeah, you get another job. It's tough, but like everything we have is in our business right now, especially since the pandemic, like financially. We put everything we can into these businesses. If we fail, it will be absolutely devastating. And some people just don't get it. They don't go, must be nices. Those are my favorite. Oh, you guys get to,
Well,
you
you're
guys
like
are
a
going to
millionaire.
lunch. Oh my God, it must be. Oh, you're getting a massage
You
in the middle of the day.
You make your own schedule.
Oh my God, it must be nice.
I also do HR work at 11 o'clock at night when I can't sleep because I'm
Exactly.
stressing out.
Yeah, and every vacation is filled with phone calls and disasters. Like, people just don't get it. And there's this idea that if you own your own business, you're millionaires, you're driving Lamborghinis or whatever is popular at the time you're listening to this podcast. it's just this ridiculous idea that we just have it so easy, and it's so not the case. And it's very frustrating when you're having a day like that and the only people that you can turn to don't get it. And that's why Bossy is there, because you can always at least go to our Facebook group and just unload all your shit and vent and get it all out, and you're immediately comforted. This big, like, Bossy online hug. And
it is like a big
It
hug.
is a big hug.
I love that not everybody's comfortable sharing their innermost thoughts and details like I am. If you belong to Bossy, you'll know I don't have a problem sharing. I probably overshare. But
Yeah, you don't have much of a filter when it comes to sharing.
filter. I actually learned that through having my first kid. I was like, people don't tell you that you fart while you walk for months. Like, what the hell? But anyways, side note. I believe in sharing because there's people out there that are going through the same thing as you, and you may not know that. And that's the point in what I'm saying, is that the people who do share, I get a lot of people that reach out and thank us because they're in the sidelines. They're not participating, but they're watching and listening. And they're like, that meant so much to me to see that person that's in the same position as me share how hard it is, because I felt so alone that day. And I went on Bossy and I saw that and I read it, and they may not like it. They may not comment on it, but it leaves and it helps them through their day.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the things we don't see. And I always love when people send me those notes or I run into them in public and they share that information, because it keeps us going.
So you may hear some noises in the background, and that's because we're recording in Kelly's dining room right now. And a lot of our recordings will probably have some background real life noise because we are multi-business owners, as we've stated, and this is how it goes. Sometimes our schedules work the way we want to, and then most of the time they don't.
They do on calendars. Like
They
2 weeks
do.
out, I'm so optimistic.
Oh my gosh.
I can make all the meetings.
Look at those 2
Let's
days
do
that
this.
have no lines in them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then those days are
Shit happens.
yeah, it's tough, but
So that's where we are now.
Mm-hmm. So right now we have just about 500 members, which means there are 500 women in the greater Rochester area running businesses that are in a support network and have a group to turn to, which is incredible. Like Kelly said, we do monthly happy hours and seminars, and this year we really decided it's time to grow, because my dream, I don't know if it's your dream, is that I want to go on vacation someday, and if I'm feeling stressed out, I can look and see if there's a Bossy chapter in this town.
So, like, I thought I knew where you were going just now, and you were like, my dream, and I was like, I totally probably am there with you because we share everything. And then you're like, I want to go on vacation someday, and I was like, oh, hell yeah!
Mm-hmm.
And I thought you were going to go with him, like, not have to work.
Oh, that's never going to be the case unless I'm retired.
And then it was like, oh, yeah, we can go to Bossy meetings.
Yeah. Or that's just our life. So we would really love to see what we've created here, which is so incredible, turn into chapters in other areas. And one of the ways we're going to get there is by doing podcasts and getting the information out, getting people to understand how incredible this program is, and seeing it become amazing. I don't really know how to finish that sentence.
Well, really, it's if you're listening to us and you're appreciating our podcast and you want to participate, even if you're out of state, you can join our closed group. But if you want to think about sharing these feelings with women in your area, we are more than willing to expand out and talk about how to do that. We have lots of ideas that we plan on putting in place for 2023. And, you know, we're the queens of writing a business plan.
Mm-hmm.
So all that is set. So it's just finding the right people to help us move onwards and upwards and reach more women.
Exactly. And you won't just be hearing from us, Kelly. I don't know if you know, but I've been going around and getting testimonials from different Bossy members. So we're going to spend some time listening to those, and I can't wait to hear your reaction about them. Okay. Hi, Allison. Could you say your name and your business?
Allison Zukowski of Laughing Gull Chocolates.
Allison, what do you like about Bossy?
I love the networking without any pressure. I love the support that is given, that the women that are a part of Bossy have a mindset that there is enough room for everyone at the table, and we are constantly looking for ways to get more of us to have seats at that table.
How do you feel after you leave a Bossy meeting?
I come to Bossy meetings and I am drained, I'm tired, I'm emotional, and